Hey guys, each week Jason and we talk about different topics, different tools that we use to stay sober. We talk about different things that we use to stretch our Christian faith. And these are some of the practical things that we want to begin talking to you about as we start showing these videos to you. One of the things that I have found very beneficial, and we've talked about several times on the podcast, is a journal. Now, what do you think of when you think about a journal? For me, I think about them old Doogie Howser shows. Where at the end of the episode, he would come to his computer and he would type in all the different things that had happened to him that day and maybe the life lessons learned. That's not practical for me because it just took too much time, if I'm just being honest. Then I moved my thoughts to the ideal of, okay, I'll take the old ledger pad and I'll write it all down here and I'll keep up with it. Or maybe I'll even try the old leather-bound diary. That didn't work either. I talked to a sponsor one time and my sponsor gave me great advice. He said, why don't you just email your entries to yourself? This was a cool idea and I did it for a little while. It kept all my entries confidential, the way my kids wouldn't see it or my wife didn't see it. I could be free to say what I wanted to say. But then there came this time in my life to where my journal didn't really matter if anybody else saw it. I didn't keep it hid. Heck, I talk to y'all all the time on the show. So my life's kind of an open book now. I found this through reading through different books, and I came across this idea. It's not my own, but just a regular yearly journal or a yearly planner is what these are called. And it simply lays the whole year out. I don't have to write in the date or the month or any of those things. It gives me a small block to write in. As you can see, I haven't even been consistent with this. But 4 out of 7 days ain't bad. It forces me to take my thoughts of the day and put it down in just a couple of sentences. This works for me. I don't like to spend a lot of time dwelling. I'm not writing a book when I journal, but what I want to do is capture my thoughts and my ideas in here. Sometimes it's praise report. Sometimes it's actually a prayer request in here. Why do I journal? Why do we talk about journaling? And why should you journal? Well, here's the deal. One is when you take your pen and you put pen to paper and you write down what you're going through, for somehow or another, pen to paper makes that thing lose its power over you. That's one reason. But the reason that I've really enjoyed doing is I've consistently journaled for several months, if not a year now, is that I have seen that in my life, and like your life, I'm sure, there's ups and downs. One minute I'm on a mountaintop, the next minute I'm in a valley. And I write about those in my journal. And sometimes when I'm at the worst that I've ever been, I read back through my previous journal entries and I see that I was there before. I'm not in some unfamiliar place. I'm back in a place that I was at before. Maybe even for the same reasons. I can see patterns, but more importantly, I see that God does not give up on me, that He's with me through the good and through the bad. Maybe you're in one of those valleys. Maybe you believe that God's given up on you. I'm here to tell you He hasn't. If you would begin keeping a journal, even when you're in a valley, then when you come out of it, then you're going to see what God's doing. You're going to see that no matter where you're at in your life, the good or the bad, that God's with you and God's for you. So if you haven't ever journaled, or if you was like me and it's taken you over a decade to get in the game, man, the benefits are there. Take a minute of your day, put some words down, whether it be your computer or your legal pad or your yearly planner. Make time to start writing those things down and see what God's doing in your life. Until next time, guys.